Hey everybody, Persian Monstar here. Hope you guys are doing well. So after about 65 hours in the Abiotic Factor world, we have finally completed that, and I can confidently say it has been one of the greatest experiences I've had in the survival game genre. And I think I can really break it down into the things that stuck out to me. And I can bring that, and I wanted to bring that into just 3 points. Again, I'm no game dev. I don't know much about game dev and all those things, so I won't get into those technicalities. But the three things that mainly stood out to me was one, art design. Art design was nostalgic. It was reminiscent of the Half-Life series. Um, and it just reminded me of that, especially the world you're set in. It kind of also catered to that a little bit more. So I think that was kind of, there's two sides to that, right? But the art design definitely. And to those that, some people, it can turn some people off on the art design, where it's not the big bad graphics you see of today, and and if that's your thing, that's your thing. I understand. But for me, it because it catered to that, it just made me think back to when I first played like Half-Life 2, right? So art design just magnificent, well done, and I think it added to the eeriness and the things going on in the world. I think it really just I don't know, I think it just fit in like a just fit in. Second was the lore. And the lore is set up just like any other survival game. You can go find it, whether it's spoon fed through just doing the running through the campaign itself, or you're going out of your way to go find data logs or things of that, which is done perfectly because you're building this attachment, right, as you do in any other, through emails, through all these conversations that are happening between workers, and you're seeing some people that are downplaying what's happening, and then you're starting to see on the other side people starting to develop a concern of what's happening. And I think that was well done. Just reading those, like sitting there and like reading through those was I don't know, it was one of the first times I actually took the time to read everything. There's been times in other games where I just don't, but this time I was really just drawn in. And then next part, second to that, was the world design with the lore, right? World design was done like you start in this. It seems like you start in this little shell, and then it spider webs and branches out, and then you find how everything connects back, and how you can get from point A to point B to C, and then how you can get from C to A. It was just well done. And anytime you get into this new section or a new area, you keep telling yourself mentally, or at least I did, there's more. How does this even fit? How does this even happen? How, like, the question of how definitely was a repetitive one. And then going next into the gameplay. Gameplay was well done. The crafting was fantastic. I love, just in general in the genre, that you go and you pick up a part or a piece, and then you unlock new ideas, and this game did that great. um and with that, like, it was even towards the very last few hours of the game, you were finding new things to make. And that would, for me, I would get anxious, right? That would build up a sense of anxiety, which did strike pretty hard. Because you would be like, oh my gosh, I got this new thing, I kind of want to build it. What if I need it? What if I don't? And the same thing with the inventory management system. I thought that as well. But it just, it catered those cravings so well. And I think on top of that, the game did a good job with some of the things that you could acquire, of not giving you immediate access to it. So I think that one of the most common things that I saw, and I want to kind of repeat, is the game does a good job of letting you taste it before you can have it. It was well done. And finally, in the end, I did. It is open for interpretation as far as what they can do. They can definitely end it there if they want to, and just end it, or they can continue on. I believe they're going to continue on and do more things and continue on where the story ends. But if you have already played Abiotic Factor, I would love to hear what your thoughts were. And if there's things that I've missed, maybe it's big, small, do let me know. Or things that stuck out to you that may have been unique and I, again, didn't say. And if you haven't played Abiotic Factor, I do recommend you go out and get it. It's on Game Pass, I believe, still. I didn't know what it was on Steam if you wanted to pick it up there, but it is what a ride. I'm sad that it's over, but I'm glad that this session is on the channel because it is one that I might in years later go rewatch, or if more sections of the game come out, I'm definitely going to be playing that. But thank you guys so much for listening. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out. Love. Bye, y'all.